Welcome to Lesson 3. One of the most exciting things I've learned in recent years that shocks most people I meet is this. When you make a mistake in math, your brain grows. Synapses fire in your brain. In fact, your brain grows when you make a mistake, but when you get work right, no brain growth happens.
When you make a mistake, you don't need to get the right answer. You just need to struggle and think about the mistake for synapses to fire.
That is because struggle and hard thinking are times when your brain grows the most.
This is why it's important in math class to work on hard problems that encourage you to struggle and even make mistakes, as these are the most important times for your brain.
Thomas Edison is a famous inventor. Over 100 years ago, he invented the light bulb, as well as many other important things. He allowed people to have light when it was dark, when previously they only had been able to use candles.
You may think he was just smart and probably didn't have to work hard, but that isn't true. In school, his teachers told him that he was too stupid to learn anything. Maybe that encouraged him more.
But it wasn't easy inventing a light bulb. He made 1,000 mistakes, but he didn't give up. He kept trying. When a reporter asked him how it felt to fail 1,000 times, he said he wasn't failing, he was taking steps. And he created something amazing. He is well known for saying this.
Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
There's a lot of evidence of the importance of mistakes in life too. It turns out that what separates the more successful business people from the less successful business people is that the more successful people have made more mistakes.
It is really important to take risks and take on hard challenges. Michael Jordan is a really famous basketball player. He was a
6-time NBA champion, the NBA scoring champion 10 times, and all-time leading scorer for the Chicago Bulls. The NBA's most valuable player 5 times, and he won 2 gold medals in the Olympics. Pretty amazing. This is what he said about his playing.
I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed.
When experts have studied the difference between successful and unsuccessful business people, they have found that successful people do more of these important things. Try seemingly wild ideas.
Feel comfortable being wrong.
Are open to different experiences.
Play with ideas without judging them.
Keep going through difficulties.
are willing to go against traditional ideas.
A new curriculum is coming out in most K-12 schools in the United States, and this means that math problems will be longer and more open-ended. This is great, as there'll be lots of opportunities for you to struggle and grow your brain, which is when you learn the most. More open and less leading problems can be frustrating if you approach them with a fixed mindset. But if you approach them with a growth mindset, with the idea, I can do this, and with the willingness to try different things, you'll do well and the approach will be really good for you. This is true for all levels of math. It's extremely beneficial to struggle and to make mistakes on math problems, as that will create synapse firing and brain growth.
The most successful students are not the ones who don't mess up. They are the ones who mess up and learn from it and continue on.
Something else that's really important to know about math is that being good at math does not mean being fast at math. In fact, the opposite may be true. Mathematicians, who we could think of as the world's top math people, are some of the slowest math thinkers I've met. I don't say that to disrespect mathematicians. I work with many mathematicians, but they're not usually fast math thinkers. They're deep mathematical thinkers.
This is Lawrence Schwartz. He won the Fields Medal, which is the top math prize. It's like winning an Oscar in math. He struggled in school because his school valued speed, and he was one of the slowest math thinkers in his class. After he became very successful, he wrote an autobiography, and this is how he describes his school days.
I was always deeply uncertain about my own intellectual capacity. I thought I was unintelligent. And it is true that I was, and still am, rather slow. I need time to seize things because I always need to understand them fully. Towards the end of 11th grade, I secretly thought of myself as stupid. I worried about this for a long time. I'm still just as slow. At the end of 11th grade, I took the measure of the situation and came to the conclusion that rapidity doesn't have a precise relation to intelligence. What is important is to deeply understand things and their relations to each other. This is where intelligence lies. The fact of being quick or slow isn't really relevant.
Many strong mathematical thinkers, like Lawrence Schwartz, think deeply and slowly and like to understand things fully. If you are one of those people, do not be put off by people who may be faster. That isn't important.
What is important, to repeat Lawrence Schwartz, is to deeply understand things and the way they relate to each other.
It's fine, good even, to think slowly about math, and it is really good to think deeply and ask questions that will allow more depth.
Questions like, why does this work? How is this method connected to other methods? What would a drawing of this situation look like?
And it's important, if you're a slower thinker, never to think it means you cannot be a math person. It is great to think deeply and carefully, to fully understand, to ask questions. We need those thinkers in math.
Doing well at math is not about being quick or slow. It's about thinking about connections, thinking deeply.
Lawrence Schwartz talks about deeply understanding things. But how do you do that? In the next and last 3 sessions of the course, we are going to give you learning strategies, which will help you learn deeply and well.
So take the ideas from this lesson now and write them down for someone your own age. Imagine a friend of yours missed the class and you wanted them to learn what you learned about mistakes and the importance of struggle and the need to change ideas about speed and math. So write a paragraph for them now.